neither can you unless you abide in me. So Jesus is really saying that abiding is, for a Christian, abiding is the concept that's crucial to our understanding in our journey with Jesus Christ. Right? So last week we looked at the three players in this metaphor of the vineyard. We saw who the vine dresser was. The Father is the vine dresser. I'm not the vine dresser. You're not the vine dresser. The Father is the vine dresser. Our Father is the vine dresser. He repositions, He lifts up the branch that's not fruiting, right? And He prunes the branch that is fruiting so that we will bear much fruit. So the focus of God, the Father, in pruning us, in repositioning us, is about fruitfulness. Right? Then we saw that Jesus is the vine. He gives life, and His words keep us pruned, keep us clean. So who are we? We are the branches. What's our job? Abide. Simple. Easy. That's all we do. Father's busy pruning. Father's busy repositioning. Right? Jesus is busy being the vine and giving us life. All we have to do is abide. Isn't that so simple? Yet it isn't. Why not? This morning I want to talk to you a little bit about why we struggle with abiding. Because it shouldn't be a problem, right? Who in the world do you have in a relationship like Jesus? You and I don't have anyone else like Jesus. I don't care if you have the greatest father in the world, or the greatest mother in the world, or the greatest spouse in the world, or greatest friend in the world. None of them, or greatest son or daughter in the world, none of them will ever match this beautiful relationship you and I have with Jesus Christ. For a start, when was the last time someone died for you? Right? He died for us. And hang on, He died for us while we were still yet sinners. We were this piece of garbage, and He died for us. Right? You say, hey Andrew, don't call me a garbage. Okay, I was a piece of garbage, and He died for me. That's amazing. That's what this is all about. This communion is celebrating this great love affair that you and I have with Jesus. So it should be easy to abide, right? My wife's been living with me for 27 years. That can't be easy, and she's still doing it, right? But it's a breeze, really. It should be a breeze to abide with Jesus. Why are we struggling? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to suggest 4 reasons why we're struggling, all right? But before that, let's just go to the word meno, which is abide in this scripture, right? The Greek word meno means to remain or to abide, but it's a loaded word. I printed out what Strong's dictionary has given to us, all right? And that's for you to go back and meditate on this word abide. Eat, sleep, wake up, dream, talk about this word abide. So that the whole week, all you're thinking of is abide, 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 right? May you not have nightmares, but let's focus on abide, right? But this is what Strong's shows us, that this loaded word, abide, in reference to place, right? Because the vine is positioned, right? The branch is positioned in the vine. You're placed there in that vine, right? So this journey that you're having, abide means stay the course. Don't depart from this. Right? Continue in that place. But abide also means be present where you are. Now that spoke to me. Because sometimes when I'm not really happy where I am, and I know God put me there, right? I can't wait to get out of it. And so my whole day is just focused on, get me out of this, Lord, get me out of this. Right? That's not abiding. Abiding means you accept that this is where God has positioned you. You accept that this is repositioning and pruning is for my good, is for my fruitfulness. And I'm present where I am so that I can abide in Him. So in reference to place, it's stay the course. Stay there, abide, continually be in that place. Be present. In reference to time, abiding is continue to be there. Right? Even though it's taking a week longer than you thought it would. A month longer than you thought it would. A lifetime longer than you thought it would. Right? Abide. Stay there. God knows what He's doing. Right? And don't just stay there. Don't perish. Right? Last, endure. Survive, but more than survive, live. That's abiding. In reference to state or condition, and this is an important one as well. Abiding means remain as one. Don't become another. In other words, if you're a branch, stay as a branch. Don't get isolated. If you're anything like me, when God starts pruning or repositioning, things get a bit difficult, right? First thing you want to do is, I'm all peopled out, right? I just need to be alone. But abiding means you continue to be one, right? The more you feel you don't want to come to church, come to church. It's about abiding. So as I said, look, abiding should be the easiest thing for us. We've got the easiest job. Father's got his job, and really a big job when it comes to me. Jesus got his job, he gives life to all of us, right? His words cleanse us. Mine is easy, yours is easy, just abide. So what's so difficult about abiding? I'm glad you asked. So this morning, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why it's a challenge to abide in Christ, right? Now, first thing is, abiding in Christ clashes with our fast-paced lifestyle. You know, you come and ask me, and I'm trying to change this vocabulary of mine, but if you ask me, how was your week? I say, oh, it was good, it was good, but it was busy. Sure, I guarantee you the word busy will come out of my mouth. So now I'm trying to say, but it's a good sort of busy. But, you know, it is busy. Look, life is busy for all of us. Right? I thought when I retire, I won't be busy. I look at you guys and see how busy you are. Gosh, life is busy, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this life that we've got so used to, that is so quick-paced, instant, quick-fix solutions that we're looking for every day, right? But we're not talking about a solution that can be quickly fixed. God is in it for the long haul, and He invites us to be in it for a long haul. Eternity is His plan. And so we need to slow down. This temptation to hurry up, hurry up. Remember the good old days of writing a letter? When I was here in 1987, studying as a student, I'll write a letter to my mother. It'll take 14 days for her to receive the letter. And then she, bless her heart, she would write straight away. It'll take another 14 days for me to get it. So I'd get it in a month, right? And that was like, wow. Then I learned you can get a blue sticker that says airmail. Pay a little bit of money, get that blue sticker, stick it on the envelope. Now it'll take 7 days to get to Mama, and Mama will write back, and if she puts that blue sticker, another 7 days. Woo! 14 days! We get a letter. Now it's email. You send it this instant, I'm sending it to you, you get bing, and you get it, you send it back, bing, bing, we are binging all along, and you're getting all, we're having communication, right? I was in class one day, a student came up to me and said, oh, did you get my email? I said, when did you send it? Oh, just before I left home. 15 minutes ago. She sends the letter, an email, expects me to read the email, respond to the email before she arrived back in college. We're just looking for this. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And our lives are all about hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And then God says, slow down, abide. That's why we're clashing. Listen to the prophet Habakkuk. It's yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak. It will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Now don't get confused with the word, though it tarries, it will not tarry. The two Hebrew words are different. Though it tarry, though it delay, though it seems that there is a hesitation on its part, right? It will not procrastinate. It will not be late. Ian said that God is never late. Right? He's never late. He's always on time. Never dead on time. He's always alive on time. But he's always on time. Right? And I think this is one of the reasons why there's this clash in abiding. The temptation for hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Our prayers, hurry up, Lord. Change my life, hurry up, Lord. I want patience and I want it right now. Hurry up, Lord. You know? And God is saying, slow down. I promised it will come to pass. It won't delay, but it will come to pass. So slow down, be patient. God will come through for you. Second reason why abiding is a difficult thing for us is because it requires submitting to stages of growth. You know, when we were babies, it didn't bother us. Can you remember when you were a baby? I'll be worried if you can. But when we were babies, we weren't thinking, gosh, I wonder how in 80 years' time, what will the economy be like in New Zealand? Wonder whether it will be the National Party or Labour Party. We were just being babies. Then we grew and we became children. We were happy being children, right? Then we became teenagers. Then we wanted to be adults. We weren't happy being teenagers. We want to be adults. You know how old I am? Yeah, you're 13. Yeah, but I'm like 21. Then we get to 21, get into our 20s, 30s, 40s, then they say, slow down. This thing is going way too fast, right? But we were happy and we knew which stage of our lives we were. In Christianity, this is our problem. We become a Christian at whatever age. We connect to God and we come at that point of our age and say, I'm an adult. And so we come as peers with Jesus and say, come on, Lord, let's have a dialogue here. Let's talk about life. Right? Just like this little 5-year-old coming and talking to Daddy about, Dad, let's have a conversation about life. Right? That's what we do, but we're children. Nicodemus came to Jesus, and he went to Jesus, and he sat down there. Now look, the guy was a religious teacher, right? A member of the Sanhedrin, and he would have had a professorship in religious studies and the law, right? So he would have been a professor, what we would consider a professor, someone who knew the legal aspects and someone who knew to interpret scriptures, right? So he would know the plans and purposes of God. So here he is, sitting down with Jesus and asking him some questions. And you know what Jesus tells him? Hey, look, you're just connecting to me. You need to be born again. Be a little baby first. Don't try and be daddy. Be a baby first. Let's connect first in where you are at. I think we struggle with that. We struggle with knowing the stages of development we are in, right? Sometimes we're trying to hurry up. Sometimes we're stagnating and God is saying, grow up, right? Whichever place we are in, we are being pruned because we are in a stage of development in our walk with God. Let me read 1 John 2. I write to you, little children, because your sins are forgiven you for his name's sake. I write to you, fathers, because you have known him who is from the beginning. I write to you, young men, because you have overcome the wicked one. So here is John, and he's recognizing there are stages of development in our Christian journey. And he's saying, if you haven't completed this childlike nature of yours that accepts that no matter what you have done, no matter who you are, Christ accepts you and forgives you. Forgiveness is a crucial thing to abide in him. So many people get disconnected with God because they think God is punishing them They think God is a disciplinarian because they haven't grown up in this little child that has learned that Father forgives. That's why Jesus died. Think about what we just did today. What we did today was reminding us that Jesus, 2,000 years ago, hung on the cross, didn't even know you and me. While we were still sinners, he said, I forgive. That means he didn't know what he knew, but I didn't even exist. I hadn't done my first sin yet. I hadn't even done anything yet. But he says, I forgive you. Forgiveness is not only for the past, not only present. Jesus forgives us for eternity. And a child like faith is required to accept that. But just being there and enjoying the forgiveness of God is a wonderful thing. But you'll find Daddy coming to you and saying, time to grow up. Time to be a young person now. Time to be an overcomer. And he takes you into a journey of overcoming. And you start overcoming. And you start overcoming this, overcoming that, overcoming this. And he builds strength in you. You draw from his power. And you learn to be an overcomer. And then he might come to you and say, grow up. Time to be father. Time to be mother in your journey with me. And what does the father-mother do? The father-mother knows him from the beginning. So he's no longer the father and the mother. In spite of the circumstances around, they no longer ask the question, why? Why? You know who asks the question, why? 5-year-olds do. 3-year-olds do. Can I have this? No. Why? You know, you've got grandchildren. They're the ones who ask why? Have you wondered why we ask why with the Father? Maybe he's trying to say, grow up. Know me and know that I've got this. So one of the things that we are struggling with in abiding is, we're struggling with the process of growing up. And God is saying, grow up. Right? God accepts us as we are, but he loves us too much to leave us as we are. Third reason why we're struggling with abiding, it's in opposition to our worldview. It opposes our worldview, right? Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. If God was saying to you in his temptation to hurry up, he says slow down. He's also saying grow up. But he's also saying wise up. And the struggle in abiding is that sometimes the wisdom of the world, right, is so saturated within us in our thinking process that it clashes with the wisdom of God. And his ways are higher than our ways. And so he prunes, he cleanses, he transforms our mind. He removes the stinking thinking that goes on in us. Because if we keep on thinking the way we are thinking, we will never be able to continue abiding in him. And so that's the struggle we have. God wants us to transform, to renew our mind. A change of heart requires a change of mind as well. So maybe that's the reason why sometimes it's hard to abide. Finally, why are we struggling with abiding in Christ? And this is something I want to just dwell a little bit. We struggle with abiding because it's tiring. It gets us weary. It has the potential to wear us out. Galatians 6:9 says this. Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. I'm speaking to people who've been abiding for quite some time. And you, I'm sure, can identify weariness. You get weary. It's not really me to be like Jesus. It's not me to bite my tongue and not say what I really want to say. because I'm trying to be like Jesus. After a while it gets weary, right? So Paul understood that this is the battle that goes on, the flesh and the spirit. And it does get tiring. So what's the answer to this? Let me read the context of what Paul was saying. From verse 7 of Galatians 6. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. We don't realize this because we cannot see eternity from where we are. But the reality is, my friends, whatever is sown, wickedness or goodness, whatever is sown, that person will reap what they sow. That's the reality. That is the law, the spiritual law of God. What you sow is what you will reap. And then Paul explains that principle. He who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption. He who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. He's saying, if you sow from your flesh, the only thing the flesh can do is to corrupt. The flesh cannot do anything else but to corrupt. That's why Jesus had to die, because there's nothing good in me, in the flesh. And so he's saying, if you keep sowing in the flesh, that's all you're going to be reaping. You're going to reap the product of the flesh. The product of the flesh is corruption. But if you sow of the Spirit, then you're going to reap fruit of the Spirit. And what is the fruit of Spirit? Life. Life that lasts forever. Again, I go back to the cross this morning. Here's a man, sinless from birth to death, 33 and a half years of his life, lived sinlessly, right? But he's paying dying a criminal's death. The last few words of his speech with God are these words, Father, forgive them. It's impossible, honestly, no matter how good you are, it is impossible to be at that place of pain, tragedy, because he was not just carrying pain and tragedy, he was carrying all pain, all tragedy, all sadness, all loneliness, all sin, the whole burden of brokenness upon him. And the only words he could say was, Father, forgive them. Why? How does somebody get to that place to be able to do that? Because he was sowing to the Spirit for 33 and a half years of his life. Never ever did he sow in the flesh. He sowed in the Spirit. And so his entire being, when it was crushed and pressed, the only thing that could come out of him was love. Father, forgive them. That's why we need to abide, my friends. And then when it gets weary, focus on this. You know that sowing, that good sowing that you're doing, that sowing in the Spirit, it will come back to you. I say this to parents all the time, right? But especially when you're seeing your adult children and the journey that they are taking and you're concerned. Or you're seeing a loved one and the journey they are taking and you're concerned. Think back of your sowing. You're sowing in prayer. You're sowing in good things that you did for them. Think back of the words you said, that you sowed into their hearts. I tell you, what you sow, you will reap. So when you get weary, and weariness will come in abiding with Him, the times you get weary, remember the seeds you have sown, and remember the spiritual law of God. God is not mocked. What you sow is what you reap. And so I encourage you, keep sowing goodness, because one day you will reap everlasting life. Are you abiding? Maybe this morning, I'm asking you about abiding in that place. I don't know which place you're in. I don't know whether you're comfortable in that place you're in. I don't know where God has repositioned you. Maybe it's the place of your body and you're not really happy the way the body is responding. Maybe it's the pain. Maybe, I don't know what place you're in this morning. But can I encourage you? Stay. Continue. Abide. Be present. Be aware of His presence with you. Maybe it's the time that you're struggling with. Prayers that haven't come to pass, and it's been years and years. Maybe it's time that you're looking forward to and hope deferred. And the heart is starting to get weary and broken. Stay. Abide. Stick it out. Endure. Don't perish. Live. Maybe it's condition that God is speaking to you right now. Are you isolating yourself? Are you becoming an another? Stay. Abide in Him. Abide and stay connected. Abide in me. I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Friends, we are in it for the long haul. No quick fix. You will face challenges. The temptation to hurry up. Slow down. Be patient. God will come through. The resistance to grow up. You can't stagnate. You can't stay as you are. Remember, God accepts us as we are, but He loves us too much to leave us as we are. The need to wise up. Normal thinking. Change of heart requires a change of mind. And then the strength to bear up. Don't get weary. This is certain. What you sow is what you reap. So don't hurry up. Grow up. Wise up.